Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing part 3 in a series on the basics of bass fishing today. We're going to cover one of my favorites and probably one of the most productive baits when fishing gets really tough. Like today, we got cold front come through the last few days, high skies, no wind. Shakeyhead. Basic to the Shakeyhead. So this is gonna be a quick video because it's really simple. It's a really simple bait to fish and to get set up with. So all you need is a jig head. It's a Strike King Shakeyhead jig head and a worm or crawdad. You can really put a Shakeyhead on just about any plastic you want. Just Strike King finesse worm. This is the KVD series here, and all these guys are. They're really a simple bait. Just a straight tail worm. Having said that, my favorite bait, seems to be the most productive bait to throw, is Zoom Super Salt Magnum Finesse. Shakeyhead is a finesse technique by definition, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, you can fish a heavy weight and a big worm and it's called a Shakeyhead, but I don't know if I would call it a finesse technique. I mean, this one is kind of in the middle somewhere. This is a 7-inch, and it's just a straight tail worm, but it's a little fatter, so it displaces a little bit more water than something like the finesse worm from Strike King. Z-Man Zinkers, these work well with Shakeyhead, and you can go all the way up to the other end of the spectrum like I was talking about. Here's some Reaction Innovation Pocket Rocket. These guys are monsters. You can see that. I mean, you could throw that on a 3/8 ounce Shakeyhead, something like this, and that's a pretty big bait. All right, here you can see some of the different types of weights. Here's your 3/8 ounce, typical 3/8 ounce. It's an 1/8 ounce, maybe even a 1/16. That is for when it's dead calm, kind of shallower water. If you're fishing out deeper, you don't want to throw this. It's going to take a year to get down to the bottom. You're not going to be very efficient with your time doing that. You also have, that was just a ball head jig I was showing you there. You also have a football head, so if you're fishing deeper water, maybe dragging down along rocks or something, this might be a better choice here. It's also a bigger hook, so it's going to be able to hold a bigger bait. All right, let's take a look at how to rig the Shakeyhead here. You usually only want to rig it once because it's gonna slide down the hook and stuff easier once you take it off there. But I want to show you how to do this. So this is a 3/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce weight jig head here. So we're going to take it, hang it vertically here. Just put it through about 1/8 of an inch. Come out the side. Just going to push it up over the hook saver there. Measure it, put it against the side, so you can kind of get a push. I like to put my finger at the bottom of the hook. That's where I want to come through the side of the bait at, right there. You're just going to come through out the side and just point the hook point through, and then back it off back in there just a little. So this will come right over any brush or anything, but when you set the hook, it's going to you're going to hook the fish. All right. All right, let's fish this guy. You can see it's dead calm here. I'm on a point. I'm on a point here, and there's some big brush and some big stumps here along the side of this point. I've noticed the bait out a little deeper today, so we're going to fish this brush pile here in 20 feet of water or so. This is where the Mega 360 really helps you. You'll see it out here in a minute. Right there's the brush pile. Kind of need to adjust our settings here, so we'll bump the sensitivity down a little bit. Don't want to go up on this brush pile. Let's throw it right here. Let it sink all the way down, give it a minute. Our brush pile is there. And just shake it. You can watch me just shake it. There's really no wrong way to fish it. Just give it some action. When you feel it come up, load up on a brush pile or something, just take your time and really work it through there. It's nice and slow, and you'll either feel a thump or it'll kind of load up on it and you'll feel them pull, woo woo kind of feeling. Just give them a minute, reel down to it, and set the hook. It's really that simple. Fish it, brush out deep, shallow on docks, laydowns, rocks, anywhere there's cover or something like that. I mean, it's a good place for a Shakeyhead. So that's it, guys. That's your Shakeyhead worm. I mean, to recap, you think about the size of your jig head, the weight. If it's windy, you need a little bit more weight. If it's deeper water, you need a little bit more weight. The less weight you use, the easier it will be to detect the bite. So something to think about when picking a weight. Your type of plastic you're putting on there, whether it be crawdad for spring, early spring around rocks or something, or something like a Ned rig where you're throwing a little bitty piece of plastic in super clear water for smallmouth or something. So that's it. Just shake it. It's a Shakeyhead. Just throw it around docks, rocks, brush. Just shake it, and you'll just feel it. Just set the hook on them. It's really simple bait, really effective bait. Probably my favorite bait, especially when conditions get tough. So that's it, guys. That's a Shakeyhead. Next time conditions are tough, give it a try. Move on to the next bait.